But then what happened last night made me too angry to
very angry
to do.
He's very angry.
Even though I just did technically, but like.
All right, let's crack this anger open.
So let's start first with just overall. How did we feel about? Let's start with how we felt about this season as a whole, because a lot of people like. I feel I had a really strong start, and then like a couple episodes, like the two sort of previous episodes were like a little wonky, and then I feel like it finished on a. I feel like the finale as a whole was
a lot of people
solid,
finished
pretty solid, but there were some points that made me very angry.
Yeah,
I enjoyed the summit down in King's Landing. That was fun.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah,
that was a good. I didn't really consider like a point in this story where like everyone would actually meet and just like have a discussion.
It's kind of like it's kind of getting like Marvel Cinematic Universe where everyone's just starting to show up in each other's things.
By the way, full spoilers
of the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Yeah,
yeah, full spoilers. But yeah, you know what I
know.
mean. Like it's crazy to think that all those characters were just hanging around this one,
just doing different things.
Yeah.
Teasing Clegane Bowl like a mofo. Holy, I was tingling my pants the entire time.
I like how he just like walk like they just all sort of stand in their separate areas. Then he sees them and then just walks up to him, and then the mountain walks up, and then everyone's just watching. Like no one's just like, hey, stop that! That's not what we're here for. Go back, stand over there.
I mean, would you tell either of them to fucking pull their heads in?
But I'm surprised the mountain walk. Like
isn't he supposed to be like?
Oh,
he's
he's not himself anymore, is he? And that's another interesting thing. Do you reckon like there's any possibility? I just thought of this
that
like, a couple of seconds ago.
There's three kids under that armor standing on top of their shoulders.
What?
It's like it's the mountain, guys. And then he just gets knocked over. Three kids fall out of the armor.
Amazing.
Wouldn't
that be a plot twist?
That's my wacky fan
That's
theory
your fan
for
theory?
later on.
Yeah. Well, he's dead, right?
No, I don't think he actually died. He was being poisoned by the venom that was on the Red
sure
Viper's
he
staff.
was brought back by Qyburn.
But I don't think he ever died. I think he just like prolonged his life and made him stronger somehow with his weird mad science stuff.
So he's kind of like
he's not
weird form of comatose.
Yeah, he's kind of like half zombie. He was never really dead, but like
he's not himself
anymore.
He's not
really alive.
Because he had a bit of a temper before, and now he's just a robot essentially.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking if he was dead, then like the army of the dead rocks up and they're like, "Hey, you're one of us," and he'd be like, "Oh yeah."
Whoa, what if they just like walk right around him?
That'd be
pretty fucking weird.
Can you imagine a white bloody mountain?
I mean, we got white
mountain
giants.
Yeah. Do you mean? Did you? When
you
you said white mountain,
no.
Yeah.
I was trying to just sort of glass over that one, not give you your moment.
Tyler, thoughts on the season as a whole?
I feel like it's. I mean, I always like it. But
definitely enjoyable, for sure. But
it's very fan servicey, is what I feel like.
Yeah,
right now.
they really just like. I think
giving the people what they want, which was never what it was about.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why I thought
I getcha,
I thought this episode would be like Cersei was going to pull some bullshit, and in a way she did. But not in the way I thought. I thought she was going to be like, I am surprised that no main characters died. Except for Old Mate in Winterfell.
I'm so happy about that.
I mean, that was that we needed that to happen.
I've never actually like woofed out loud at a TV show before. It was the first time I was like, oh! It was crazy. I was actually just the bit where she's like, Lord Vader.
And he's like
Okay, so Lachlan season as a whole. Thumbs up, thumbs down. 2 thumbs up, 2 thumbs down.
I'm gonna give you
2
one
thumbs
up and 1
thumbs down.
Because it was
I can definitely agree with that.
Season.
Yeah.
But it was a great season, but also the worst Game of Thrones
season
it was
far.
It was definitely
amazing and exciting and tense and brilliant and awesome.
And fell short
at the same time. It was like
it was like kind of like not Game of Thrones, just because they were just like, let's just give them what they want. Let's just start getting together.
And it's kind of like I was thinking about it.
Everyone was happy that everything was happening, but just like
Yeah. It's kind of like all the beautiful dialogue that was like in the earlier seasons.
Yeah,
about
they rushed so much. Like, but I think they just this season they wanted to go for big action, big spectacle.
Yeah, which is fine.
It was awesome. It was so much fun. Yeah, but
because
like
that's what the show's been building up to. Like we've had all this stuff, and now these final parts are everyone fighting.
Just down your mic as well, please.
The walk.
The walk.
The walk.
We could like move it so it's like
You can pull it up. You can move it.
See what I done.
Yeah, I kind of set yours up weird. That's why I was like, you can change it if you want.
I'll just be here.
All right. So favorite eps from the season?
No, it's okay.
Favorite eps from the season?
Probably the finale.
Yeah,
it was really good.
I think some of the earlier eps were
really good. Yeah.
Pardon me. No, yeah, I really enjoyed the season. The first episode of the season seemed like a real like. I think just because it was like kind of like a big like event, like Game of Thrones is back sort of thing. Like, but yeah, like there's no real like. I feel like there's no real standout.
There were some good moments. Like I like when Jon and Daenerys met for the first time.
Yeah,
and he was like, "There's some real fucking big shit going on.
Yeah,
this is what's important, guys. Come on." I was like, "Yeah,
please,
really,
help
please,
me out.
Yeah,
help me out here."
That was fun. Boom.
All right, so yeah, we're all sort of in agreement then, like a thumbs up and a thumbs down for this season.
Yeah, like
I think,
real good season.
I think mostly thumbs up, but it just didn't have like they rushed a lot of the because usually they spend a lot of time on things, especially like when people are traveling somewhere, that takes up like a lot of the time. Like and then through that you sort of get like character development and stuff like that, people talking to each other. But this season they really kind of rushed that just to get to like the big stuff happening, which is fun, but it's like
I mean they
do sort of miss it. I think that they had that a little bit here in this finale episode, like the talk between Cersei and Tyrion was really good. Yeah, and I felt like when I was watching that, I was like, okay, good. Like they're having a nice little moment just between these two that haven't seen each other for so long and stuff like that.
Technically, the Mountain was there as well.
Yeah, but he doesn't really develop in any way.
Well, see, because you look at like when Arya and the Hound were traveling all together, that was great.
Oh yeah, they took ages going everywhere.
Now it's like they probably could get somewhere pretty.
Yeah, they're just like the start of an episode. They're like, we need to go to the wall, and then they're there by like they're in the next
5
scene.
minutes. Like.
So yeah, let's crack this baby open. Let's get into this episode.
Is there a reason? I'd never like looked this up or anything, but is there a reason they did a less amount of episodes than usual?
I don't know. I guess maybe they would just set themselves a budget and then maybe which is so dumb because
I mean if they had the
this
normal
is like
amount.
it's the biggest fucking show in the world. You could have like
probably in history.
You could have like a fucking 40 episode season. Everyone in the world would watch every episode. Like it doesn't matter if it's like if it's like there's no action or anything in one episode. It's just like like a good character episode and stuff. People will fucking watch it anyways.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, they could have easily had the full amount of episodes and then done
They could have had more episodes and stuff. Yeah. They didn't need to rush over everything. Also, where the fuck's Ghost been? Has he shown up once?
No.
Once in the season?
I don't know where the last time was.
The only ghost bit at all was when Sansa mentioned him in that one scene it was just basically the writers telling us like we haven't forgotten about Ghost, he's just not in this season.
Apparently it's really expensive to like make the wolves.
Also apparently because they have to like animate every hair
because
on
like
the body.
Apparently like it's easier to animate stuff like dragons and stuff because that's not real, like you don't see that, whereas like people know what a dog looks like, so it's really hard to make that look convincing. But just like show them from afar, just like just show John being like, hey.
Also the original the first dog who played Ghost died.
Oh
yeah.
Right. Hey, there you go.
Well, that's the end of the episode.
All right, so
let's fucking
get into why Mitch is absolutely furious.
Why do they want to fucking promote incest on this show, man? It makes me so mad.
There you go.
Is it technically incest?
Yes, because she's his aunt.
It was why Mitch is like ultimate theory. Like,
we'll get into that. We'll get into that later. But like, I'm just. why didn't Bran's known this the whole season? He's known that Jon is a Targaryen. Like he didn't know it until like very recently that he was a legitimate, like that he was not a bastard. But he's known the whole season that Jon's dad was Rhaegar Targaryen, and he hasn't told anyone until Sam rocks up in the last episode. And while him and Daenerys are having sex already, it's like, it's too late, you dickhead.
He's just like, yeah, Jon needs to know. Yeah, you don't fucking say. I mean,
you've known him for you've known him for so long. At the time where at a time where they can send a raven from the wall to Dragonstone within like a day.
Yeah.
Like,
and then
surely
fly dragon back, like.
Surely, so maybe he's just like, you know, uses 3-eyed raven powers and just like go tell him.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like when did he find that out? Was he just browsing the net one night and decided to like Wikipedia Jon Snow?
No, he found
because remember he went and saw Ned fight at the Tower of Joy
when he was doing his 3-eyed raven training,
and then he went back again and saw the
baby.
It was when it was just before they pronounced Jono King in the North.
Oh yeah, because it just cut off after like
it just cut to Jon's face,
and then it cut to Jon's face.
King in the North, baby.
Yeah,
but didn't confirm anything else because they wanted to reveal that this season.
We already sort of knew.
Like I'm just. There's no reason why that they had to let it happen.
Let what happen?
Let them have sex.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm mad and like upset and like depressed because I feel the reason that they've done this is probably because probably because it's in the book. Is probably like George probably told them, oh, by the way, like Jon and Daenerys get together, and so like they have to write it into the show.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, I can't think of any good reason why that they have to have like two like good, like morally, like, you know,
pretty independent characters,
morally like good characters fuck each other that are related, and like it's wrong. It's wrong and it's fucked. Like because it's different. Yes, there are other like in the history of like the Game of Thrones in like the Ice and Fire world, like the Targaryens like hooked up and stuff, and like Jaime and Cersei hook up, but that's okay because like they're sort of the bad guys.
I see. So your problem is good characters committing incest.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I think that's the whole point of Game of Thrones, that it's a grey. It's not good or evil. Good characters want to bang aunties as well.
I don't know. I feel like Davos is just a good guy all around.
He's just a good bloke.
He's a good bloke. He'd never.
He's a smuggling prick.
How dare you?
How dare you? You get out of this house.
Slander Davos in my house.
All right, so you weren't as outraged as I was.
I don't think anyone's as outraged as you are, but.
You weren't happy about it. I thought it was a bit
unnecessary.
I think it's interesting that people are like shipping Dany and
I don't.
I
think that's silly.
Why?
Like you were so grossed out by Jaime and stuff, but I just accepted that they were probably going to hook up, and I was like, not so much I wanted them to, but I understood why it would happen in terms of the story, and you know the whole like Targaryens have been hooking up for years, and like and thematically, it's called The Song of Ice and Fire, so, like, you would assume that, like...
Yeah.
Fire and ice were going to bang at some point.
Yeah, someone sleeps with a White Walker. There you go.
Oh. Hot. But I totally get what you're saying.
Yeah.
But I don't care.
I think it'll be really interesting to see how they handle it from now, though. Like, how they handle, like, Jon's reaction to this. Because I
reckon Jon's going to kind of freak out.
Yeah, because I feel like Daenerys won't really, because, like, she, like, even when she was, like, a little girl, that she thought that she was going to marry her brother and stuff like that. So, like, but it'll be...
She was really looking forward to it.
But she'll
be more accepting of it probably. Whereas I think it'll be really interesting to see what Jon thinks.
I think she'll be angry
when he finds out.
I mean, if they do tell her, because that could be a thing. He will be like, "Yeah, I'm not going to tell her because this is fucked up."
Yeah.
But also because she'll be like, "Hey, he's actually better at claim to the throne than I am.
Yeah.
He is the rightful heir to the."
Do you think maybe like
kingdoms?
They'll like when they find out, Jon freaks out, and then like she gets mad at him, like for like not wanting to be together anymore?
I mean, all they had was boat sex. I don't know if it's like...
No, but they you know...
that was definitely supposed to be like the
making each
end
other
of the
sexy.
arc.
Okay,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, there was obviously writing them to fall in love throughout this whole season. You can see it like the first scene they were in together. There was like, we all knew that in this